All right, let's dive deep into prepping for an interview as a wholesale merchant in metals and metal ores.
Oh, this is going to be good.
It is, right?
Yeah.
We've got this awesome career guide, a super helpful interview guide,
And of course, we can't forget.
RoleCatcher AI.
Yes. To help us really tailor those answers.
Absolutely.
So first things first, what does a wholesale merchant in metals and metal ores even do?
Okay, so imagine this. You're connecting buyers and suppliers,
Okay.
facilitating these massive trades of metals and ores. It's fast-paced, global.
Sounds intense.
Oh, it definitely can be.
So what's the upside?
High earning potential,
Okay.
growth opportunities, travel perks.
Nice.
But you've got to be comfortable with competition, pressure, and market fluctuations.
That's fair. A lot to consider.
Definitely.
All right, let's get into the interview guide. First question.
Hit me.
What experience do you have in negotiating prices with vendors and customers? Seems basic, but
So much more than that.
I was thinking the same thing. They want to see how you approach negotiation. Can you handle tough conversations?
Right.
Can you find creative win-win solutions?
Get those favorable outcomes.
Exactly.
So how do we nail this answer?
Share a story. A time you faced a really challenging negotiation, maybe tight deadlines,
Ooh, I like that.
conflicting demands, market shifts. How did you handle it? What was your strategy? And then, bam, highlight the positive results.
Success story time.
Yeah, and don't forget, RoleCatcher AI can analyze your response, make sure you're hitting those key points.
Oh, smart.
Definitely.
I bet they'll have follow-ups.
Oh, for sure. Like, tell me about a time your negotiation skills were truly tested.
Ooh, good one.
Or what if the other party has completely different expectations?
Got to be ready for anything.
Always.
Okay, next question. How do you stay up to date with industry trends and market conditions?
The continuous learning question.
Right. Showing that you're on top of things.
Exactly. This industry is always evolving. New technologies, geopolitical shifts, prices going up and down.
So how do we prove we're in the know?
Go beyond the obvious. Mention publications like Metal Bulletin or American Metal Market, conferences, industry associations, even thought leaders you follow.
Keeping your finger on the pulse.
Right, and remember the career guide mentioned e-commerce and sustainability.
Oh, yeah. Good one.
Weave those insights in, show you've done your research,
You're talking.
and even better, use RoleCatcher's database. Find key players in the industry.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, and mention that research.
That's good.
It shows you're actively engaged.
Okay, this next one's a bit more technical. How do you manage inventory levels to ensure optimal supply and demand balance? Analytical skills.
Time. Totally. They want to see if you understand the balancing act, meeting demand while managing costs, especially with metals being so volatile.
So we got to show off those forecasting skills.
Exactly. Talk about using forecasting models, incorporating seasonality, historical data, even predictive analytics.
Wow, getting fancy.
Right. And any inventory management software you've used, highlight those wins, like optimizing stock levels or reducing lead times.
I'm seeing a pattern here. Real-world examples are key.
Oh, absolutely. Show, don't tell. Always.
Okay, deep breath. Here's a potential minefield. How do you ensure compliance with regulatory requirements related to the sale and distribution of metals and metal ores?
Yeah, this is big. They're checking your understanding of the legal stuff and your commitment to ethics.
It's a global industry, so
Lots of rules.
definitely.
So don't just say you know the rules. Show it.
How?
Mention specific regulations you've worked with, like the Dodd-Frank Act or the Basel III Accords.
Okay.
Talk about compliance systems, audits, due diligence.
Thorough?
Yeah, if you ever caught a potential compliance issue and fixed it,
Ooh, that's a good one.
that's a powerful story.
Makes you look good.
Definitely. And you can take it up a notch.
How?
Use RoleCatcher to research the company's specific regulations.
Smart.
Mention those in your answer, show you did your homework.
They'll be impressed.
For sure.
All right, shifting gears. How do you manage relationships with suppliers and distributors to ensure consistent quality and timely delivery of products?
Yeah.
Relationships are everything in this business.
They are. This question's all about your people skills, building strong connections with suppliers and distributors.
Collaboration is key.
Totally. Trust, communication, finding those win-win solutions.
So what kind of examples do we use here?
Talk about building rapport, setting up clear communication channels. Do you have regular check-ins?
Makes sense.
Have you worked together to resolve a quality issue or maybe ensure on-time delivery despite a hiccup?
Those are great examples.
Right. And remember, the career guide mentioned adaptability and working across cultures.
Yeah.
Super important in the global metals world. Use RoleCatcher to research the company's reach and highlight experience dealing with suppliers from those regions.
Okay, now we're playing chess. How do you manage risk in the metals and metal ores industry, including price volatility and supply chain disruptions? High stakes?
Oh, definitely. They want to know you understand the risks. Fluctuating prices, geopolitical stuff, potential disruptions.
It's a lot.
It is, but they need to see you have a proactive plan to manage those risks.
So don't just react, anticipate.
Exactly. First, acknowledge the specific risks in the metals market.
Got it.
Then, boom, hit them with your mitigation strategies, hedging strategies, diversifying your supplier base, contingency plans.
Be prepared for anything.
Right, and again, give specific examples.
Show, don't tell.
You got it.
Okay, question 7. Due diligence time. How do you evaluate potential new suppliers and distributors to ensure that they meet our quality and ethical standards? This feels big, especially now with ethical sourcing being so important.
It is massive. They're assessing your judgment, your ability to protect the company's reputation.
So I gotta find the right suppliers?
Absolutely. Not just the cheapest, but ones that align with the company's values.
So how do we show them we're on the same page ethically?
Talk about your vetting process. Maybe you have a checklist. Financial stability, certifications, labor practices, industry standards.
Makes sense.
Mention specific tools like industry databases or even site visits.
Thorough.
And remember, companies usually highlight their ethics online.
True.
Use RoleCatcher to find that info and mention it. Shows you care.
Okay, final question. How do you manage customer relationships to ensure high levels of satisfaction and repeat business?
Oh, this has got to be crucial.
Oh, it is. Wholesale merchants aren't just closing deals, they're building long-term partnerships.
Based on trust.
Exactly. This question is about exceeding customer expectations.
Going above and beyond.
Right, so talk about your communication style, regular updates, proactive problem solving, personalized solutions.
Love that.
Share a story about a time you WO'd a client.
Make them remember you.
And the career guide mentioned building strong relationships.
Yeah, tailoring your approach to each client.
Exactly. Some want quick updates, others prefer deeper conversations. Sure, you can adapt.
We've covered so much. We have 8 interview questions, the interviewer's mindset, strategic answers.
Using the career guide and RoleCatcher's AI to our advantage.
It's all about setting you up for success. All right, welcome back to our deep dive. We just tackled those interview questions, and now
we get to look at the bigger picture, right? Like, where can this career actually take you?
Exactly. The career guide maps out a pretty clear path from entry level all the way up to manager.
Ooh, I love a good roadmap.
Right. And the cool thing is there are different routes you can take depending on what you're interested in.
So tell me more about these stages. What's that first step look like? Entry level.
Okay, so picture this. You're an entry-level wholesale merchant, eager to learn, right?
Eyes wide open, soaking it all in.
Exactly. You're helping with research, gathering market data, supporting those negotiations, building relationships.
Laying the groundwork.
Yeah, building those core skills we talked about in the interview questions.
And then what? You move up to junior wholesale merchant.
Right. You start taking on more responsibility, doing your own research, connecting with clients, maybe even executing some trades.
So with some guidance though, right?
Oh, absolutely. You're not thrown into the deep end just yet.
I noticed the career guide mentions certifications at this stage.
Oh, yeah, that's important. Shows you're dedicated to professional development, always learning.
Makes you stand out.
Definitely. Now, fast forward a bit. You're a senior wholesale merchant.
Okay, what's changed?
You're leading the charge now, heading research, building those strategic partnerships, overseeing trades, even mentoring those junior merchants.
Wow, you've come a long way.
Right. And you're shaping the company's strategy, making a real impact.
What happens after that? Assistant manager.
You got it. Now you're supporting those big strategic plans, analyzing market trends, coordinating across teams, making sure everything runs smoothly.
Okay, and then finally, the top of the mountain. Manager, wholesale merchant.
It's all about vision, leadership, really knowing the global metals landscape inside and out.
That's impressive.
And remember, throughout this whole journey, RoleCatcher can be your secret weapon.
Oh, tell me more.
Imagine you're going for that promotion interview, right?
Okay.
You can use RoleCatcher to research common questions for that specific role, even practice your answers with the AI feedback.
It's like having a personal coach in your pocket.
Exactly. Guiding you every step of the way.
Okay, something else I found interesting in the career guide was the alternative titles section.
Yeah, it's not always called wholesale merchant, right?
Exactly. It could be commodity broker, purchasing manager, even international trade specialist.
It shows how versatile this career path is, how many doors it can open.
And there's also a section on transferable skills, which I thought was really cool.
It is. The skills you develop as a wholesale merchant are valuable in tons of other fields.
Like what?
Finance, logistics, supply chain management, even consulting. Negotiation, market analysis, risk management, those are all in high demand.
So it's not just a job, it's a foundation for a whole career.
Exactly. It opens up so many possibilities.
Okay, before we move on, we have to talk about the FAQs in the career guide.
Oh yeah, those are gold.
It's like getting insider tips from the pros.
Definitely. Like, one question was, what does a wholesale merchant actually do on a daily basis?
I bet a lot of people wonder that.
Right. And the answer really paints a picture of connecting buyers and suppliers, making those big trades happen, navigating that global market.
Another one asked about essential skills.
Oh, yeah, that's key. Analytical skills, communication, industry knowledge, relationship building, attention to detail. It's like a checklist for self-assessment.
See where you stack up.
Exactly. And here's one that I think is super reassuring. What are the long-term career prospects?
Everyone wants to know that.
Right. And the answer talks about moving up to management, specializing in certain metals, the importance of networking. It shows you can really build a future in this industry.
So much potential.
Totally. And speaking of potential, let's talk about RoleCatcher again. We've touched on interview prep, but it can do so much more.
Okay, give me the rundown.
Imagine you're researching a new company, maybe thinking about switching jobs.
Okay.
You can use RoleCatcher to learn about their culture, salary ranges, even connect with people who work there.
Get the inside scoop.
Right. It helps you make informed decisions about your career.
I love that.
And the Copilot AI subscription unlocks even more features, like AI-powered help with cover letters and applications.
So it's there for you through the whole job search process.
Every step of the way. It's all about helping you succeed in this exciting world of metals and metal ores.
It sounds like a game changer.
It really is. And we're back for the final part of our deep dive into being a wholesale merchant in metals and metal ores.
We've gone through a ton.
We have, from those interview questions that can trip you up,
Yeah, and those different career paths you can take.
to all the cool stuff RoleCatcher can do to help you out.
So before we wrap up, what are the key things people should remember? You know, the stuff that'll make them really stand out in an interview.
So first off, remember this industry is all about, like, energy?
Fast-paced, right?
Yeah, exactly. Show them you're not just knowledgeable, you're passionate about metals.
Enthusiasm goes a long way.
Oh, for sure. And don't just list your skills, tell stories. Like times you handled a tough negotiation or had to think on your feet when the market went crazy.
Those real-world examples are what they want to hear.
Exactly. It's way more interesting than just saying, I'm good at problem solving.
And speaking of preparation, we've talked a lot about RoleCatcher. How can people use its AI to, like, really nail those interview answers?
Think of it like a practice run. You type in your answers, and RoleCatcher's AI looks them over, gives you feedback.
Oh, so it tells you if you're on the right track.
Yeah, if it's clear, concise, and if you're hitting the points that matter for the job you're going for.
That's super helpful.
It is. It takes out a lot of the guesswork. Okay, before we go, I have a question for everyone listening.
Ooh, I love a good challenge.
It builds on everything we've talked about today.
Okay, hit me.
How will you use your skills and experiences to not just do the job, but to really make a difference in the company, even the whole metals industry?
Wow, that's a big one.
It is. It's about thinking bigger. What unique perspective do you bring? What ideas do you have? How will you help shape the future of metals trading?
It's kind of inspiring to think about it that way.
Right. You're not just making deals, you're part of this huge global network.
And as you're starting out on this journey, remember that learning never stops.
Oh, definitely. The metals industry is constantly changing.
So stay curious
Stay informed.
and always be ready for what's next.
Exactly. And RoleCatcher is there to help you along the way with all its resources and AI tools. So go out there, ace that interview, and make your mark on the world of metals.
We're rooting for you. And hey, even if this specific interview doesn't work out, the stuff you've learned will help you down the line.
That's so true. Keep practicing, keep learning, and the right opportunity will come along.
Well, I think that's a great note to end on. This is just the beginning. So thanks for joining us for this deep dive and good luck out there.